Memories are made around the dinner table. This is more than a cookbook. It's a tribute to a mother, a mentor, and a best friend. Chef Annie Payton invites you into her kitchen and her heart as she shares the cherished memories and timeless recipes passed down from her beloved mother. Every page of this book is a celebration of family, friends, and the legacy of home-cooked meals. From Sunday dinners to soul-soothing staples, these recipes are more than ingredients. They're stories, waiting to be shared again. Memories are made around the dinner table by Chef Annie Payton.
Hi, welcome to Annie's Gourmet, an Italian indulgence. We are here in the beautiful Grandmaster Legacy Golf Course, which is right outside, in Henderson, Nevada, which is my home where I conduct my business. I live, and I've been here for 45 years. Southern Nevada is a wonderful place to live. I have with me today some very, very special people that I've known for a very long time. I have Lauer here. She's going to be showing us how to do zucchini spirals on our machine. And I also have over here Marti Widney. Marti and I have been friends since the 1980s at America West Airlines. She's a wonderful lady. And behind her is Mychael Powell. He's also been part of America West Airlines since the 1980s, and we were in flight attendant training together back a few years ago. And then we have Arden, who lives in this home, and him and his sister and brother-in-law have graciously allowed us to come back into their kitchen, where I love to cook and prepare meals. It's one of my favorite homes to be in. They're great clients. So today's menu we're doing for Marti. Marti has a special diet, and we've conformed a recipe for her, and I've named it Eggplant Napoleon because that's Italian. And it's all fresh vegetables, and they're all sautéed in olive oil. Our sponsor today has provided us with a delicious blend of, this one is garlic avocado, this is extra virgin olive oil, and it's garlic and avocado infused. And when we do the caramelized onions part of it, I'm using their caramelized onion balsamic. It's going to be fabulous. So we're going to start off with Marti picking out her vegetables. So we need, Marti, we need an eggplant, a red bell pepper, and a yellow squash.
So eggplant, I'm thinking,
There you are.
eggplant.
Eggplant, thank you.
And then
Okay.
we need red bell pepper.
There you
See, look how, he's so good.
Oh, he is good.
All
I
right,
love
and
the
then he's
assistants
gonna
here, the
help.
assembly line.
Yellow squash,
There
just
we
what
go.
I was thinking.
Perfect. Thank
There
you
you go.
guys. Thank you. So with this dish, you don't want any breading on it. It's going to be sautéed, and we're going to use delicious spices that are also made by Spirits and Spice. They have a line of spices they've combined with Dress the Drink. Our friends at Dress the Drink are wonderful people, and they came up with this one today, bruschetta alla Toscana. So that's our spicing for today. It's got garlic, a little bit of red pepper. It has some ionized salt and additionally caramelized onion flavor in there. So with this, you want it small, but you don't want it too small. So I'm going to cut it on an angle, and I'm going to cut them probably about 1/4 inch in depth. And I have my oil already heating on the pan. No hot though. Do it very, very light. We're using vegetables here, so they're going to cook quickly. So you want to make sure that your oil isn't too hot for the pan, or your vegetables will burn. So we're going to do, how many we have? We'll do about 6 servings of this today, since we have a little bit of a crowd. I'm Annie, I like a crowd. I love all my friends and family around. My husband doesn't want to get on camera, he's over there too though. And Marti's husband is here, and we have Lola, we have a whole gang here today. We have Susie, my manager. She doesn't like to be on camera too much, but she's over there as well. So we have the zucchini going, and Lori, I'll give that to you, and this too. And next I'll core my bell pepper. So this is a beautiful, I love color, and this is a really colorful dish as well, because you have a yellow, you have a bright red, and then you have a beautiful purple. So this is just grand. And it's going to be stacked, so it's going to look really pretty. It'll have a nice, pretty presence. And with these, we're going to go on quarters on it. So, because they're going to be layered. So we're going to, you want a piece like this. And we're going to put it in our oil. We have another piece here. Thank you. Assistant Maestro, Marty?
Yes.
May I have another red bell pepper, please?
Another red bell pepper.
Yes, ma'am.
Voila.
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 Et voila.
Thank you.
Those French lessons are really coming into play here.
With bell peppers, they're seedy. Try and get as many of the seeds as you can. That used to drive Grandma crazy. Remember, Lori, at the restaurant? Grandma would yell at our staff if they didn't core the bell pepper correctly and there was seeds on the plate. She would say, that is not right. Do it over. Now, Marty, I'm going to ask you to turn the vegetables.
Sure.
We'll make sure this is nice and low. There we go. And we'll just turn them, keep turning them so they don't burn. And you want to get as much of this, there's the white skin that's on the inside, you want to get that off as well. So, okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. Okay, now this is an eggplant, isn't it beautiful? So it's a medium-sized eggplant. You don't want it too large, you don't want it too small. The eggplant we're going to cut straight because it's going to be like a sandwich when we're done. So you want it also about a 1/4 inch thick. And I always leave the skin on the eggplant. It's got a lot of vitamins in it, and it's not, if it's cooked and prepared correctly in the oil, it won't be chewy at all. So we DeFalcos, my grandma and my mom and all my aunts, we always left the eggplant with the skin on it. So some people would come into our restaurant and complain that the skin was on the eggplant, but unfortunately that's how the DeFalcos cook it. So it's just we never had a complaint about Grandma's eggplant though.
Nutritious that way.
Exactly. So now we're going to sprinkle some of this on it, Marty.
Okay.
And just a little bit around. So this is the Tuscan blend I was telling you about. This one here, and it's bruschetta toscana is what it's called. So that's our spice we're using. And then, Marty, will you take some garlic? This is fresh chopped garlic, so we're just going to sprinkle it a little bit at a time. Perfect. Now all of our vegetables are cut except for our onions. We'll cut the onions in a minute, but the onions, we have caramelized onions as well as zucchini spirals that are going to go on top of this bed of the eggplant, the bell pepper, and the yellow squash. So it's going to be stacked, and then on the top of it is going to be these spirals of zucchini that are green, which is another color to use, and then on top will be the caramelized onions. So now I'm going to ask Lori to show you how we get the zucchini spirals. So they're a beautiful green color. It's fresh zucchini, and Lori's going to take it and she's going to demonstrate how to do the spiraling. Spiraling has become very trendy in the past decade. It looks beautiful. We have 4 different settings on our machine, so I can do a fettuccine noodle, which is very thick, or we can go to a spaghetti noodle, which is a little bit thinner, and then we have angel hair, and then we have a really, really wide one, which is like a pappardelle. So Lori today, Marty has selected spaghetti, correct? The spaghetti one? So Lori's doing this spaghetti version.
Which is the thinner noodle. We have an automatic machine instead of a manual. I don't know if she can't hear me.
Oh, well, because it's a little noisy, that's okay. Lori's just saying this is an automatic machine. She has a hand one at home, and that's a little bit more difficult. We have to go for easy because we're so busy, so we cheat.
Yeah, Yeah, I have a hand one at home too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
This is what they look like when they come out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And we'll do one more small one and put it in here.
Terrific. Looking good.
Oh, I know,
Smells
right?
good, huh?
I love garlic, right? Hope y'all like garlic, because, you know. Right? We're all friends here, right?
Now, let's see, we're gonna. Okay, terrific. Thank you. Awesome. So now on this side, we're gonna start. Laura, if you would, yeah, take that for me, and we're going to start the eggplant on this other side. And just let me have that saute pan. So we're gonna saute the eggplant separately. And then we'll do the caramelized onions last. We'll do that separately too. So this is the oil, once again, avocado infused oil. And this is from our great sponsors at Spirits and Spice. And I'm just gonna light this up so we're ready to roll. And Lori, if you wouldn't mind taking some of the eggplants and placing them in the oil for me? Thank you. Right here. That's okay. Now just in a circle. Aren't these beautiful, Michael?
Yes, they're beautiful.
They're beautiful. Look at that. Great.
They're perfect.
Good. Well, this is what the spiral spaghettis look like. And you can do anything. I mean, you can do cucumbers. We do those for salads. You can do any type of squash, eggplants, any type of potato. Like we do the potatoes and you spiral them. We have a lot of fun with it. So this is a really good thing if you have kids or somebody that really likes to cook and they want to try something different and fun in the kitchen. It's really easy to do as long as you just make sure they take heed to the blade going around. But if they're adult supervised, it's a really fun thing to do. All right, so Marty's cooking away, and I'm going to start with the eggplant here, and we're going to do the same spice so everything tastes the same. So you have the same spice going on the eggplant we're sauteing. And yeah, a little more oil. In the bottom of the dish, when we plate it, we'll be putting fresh spinach just for look. So you want some greenery, and we're all about presentation. So we're going to put greenery in the bottom, and we chose the spinach today. Reason being, with all the fresh garlic and the olive oils, and it's warm. Spinach cooks really quick, so it'll be nice and soft, so you can eat that at the end if you so choose. And I'm going to take a little bit of fresh garlic, and I'm going to put it over the eggplant as well. You know, garlic is really healthy for you. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Really healthy for you. And my mom lived to be 88, my dad lived to be 89, and we grew up with basically a Mediterranean diet with lots of garlic and onions all the time. And vegetables like these, a lot of eggplant, just a good combination, artichokes, just a lot of good things. But I didn't, when I was a little girl, I found out that meat came from a cow. And I loved animals, and I was very upset. So I stopped eating cow, and my parents thought I was gonna be famished and pass away. And so they were very worried about me. They were, but I've survived. I eat fresh fish a lot, and I eat chicken. I just can't eat a cow or a pig. I think pigs are really adorable too. And Susie, my friend Susie, would say, "Well, what's the matter? You don't feel sorry for a chicken?" And I guess I don't know. I never thought of it that way, but I don't think, I do feel sorry for them, but I have to eat something, I guess, so I have to have some kind of a protein. I like turkey too. Yeah, I'll eat turkey. I will eat turkey.
You don't think turkeys are adorable?
No, I think they're ugly. But anyway, so that's the And the thing is, like both my grandpas and my father was in the butcher business for a little while when he was a kid. And they, we grew up with meat on the table every single night. And my dog, Pal, we had a black Labrador named Pal, and there's 4 kids. My brother hates peas, and my sister hates mashed potatoes. Every kid hated something. So Pal ate really good under the table. And he would be eating everything, and my mother would be like, "Where's Pal?" "Well, we have no idea. He's inside."
Sounds like my house.
That's great. So our theme and motto, as you guys know, is memories are made around the dinner table or the breakfast table or whatever. It's just made around a table. I grew up in a big Italian family, and we always converged. Our meals were breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends, and then breakfast and dinner during school time. So we had a lot of different conversations and fights and all kinds of things. You have a bunch of kids, so of course it's going to be lively and all that. But those are my best memories, and I really appreciate having my friends and family around, because the food brings people together and makes us happy. We're having fun doing this, I hope.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. But this is fun. The thing about eggplant is a little on the thicker side, so it takes a little bit longer to cook. And Grandma would always say, make sure it's done. You would stick your tool, whatever tool you're using to flip it with, you make sure that it seeps all the way in, and then it's done. It's supposed to be on the softer side. And these.
She was the best teacher of cooking eggplant.
Go ahead, Laura, you can tell your story.
I don't like eggplant. And cooking in the restaurant with Grandma, she said, "What's wrong with you that you don't like eggplant?" And I'm like, "I just don't like it." So she said, "I'm going to teach you how to make eggplant." And I would get ready to flip it, and I didn't think it was ready. And she's like, "Flip it! You need to flip it!" And I'm like, "I don't like this stuff." And then she said, "It's going to taste just like mine." And I said, "Grandma, it's not going to taste like yours." She says, "I promise you." We had it, and it did not taste like hers. She did her best to teach me, and her eggplant is the only eggplant I will ever eat.
That's awesome.
So that's my memory of
That's
Except
really
for this
sweet.
one today.
Well, and Annie is pretty close to
I'm close, but not yet. Nobody will make it like Grandma.
Just so much love for Grandma.
Lots of love for Grandma. One of our other friends wanted to learn how to make lasagna in the restaurant, so she's in the back putting the lasagna together, and I hear my mother yelling, "What is that? What is that?" And so she got a D. She didn't get an F. She taught her how to finish making it, but she didn't layer it correctly or something. I don't remember, but so I'm not that mean when I cook. I just try and teach. And the reason why, everybody has a different way of cooking. Marti cooks at home. She's a great cook. Lori cooks at home. She's a great cook. Michael and Mark, they cook, and they're great cooks too. So everybody has a different element they bring to their own kitchen table. So this is just basic recipes, and then you can add your own artistic touch and your own personal touch as far as what flavors you prefer, in addition to what we're showing you here. So no dish is a wrong dish, and no dish is it's only this way. Just make sure, and I'll tell you, when my mother would go out in the dining room at the restaurant, if someone said to her, "This food is better than my mom's," or "This sauce is better than my mom's," she would look at them and go, "Don't ever say that again." Yeah, she would. She'd say, "Your mother's is always the best. And you could say mine is good, but it's not better than your mother's. Don't ever say that. That'll insult her, and that'll make me sad." So we always respected our elders as well.
Love your mama.
So we're gonna probably, those can go a little bit longer. How are they?
Yeah,
Are they
these
soft to
are-
the touch?
Yeah, the yellow squash is pretty close. Most of them are pretty close there.
Okay. What about your peppers?
Peppers are getting there.
Okay, a little bit longer. All right. Okay, good. And then when we're done with this, we're going to have to caramelize our onions. So we'll get everything sautéed, and then we're going to caramelize onions, and then we'll be able to put it all together. So we're getting there. So when we get back, we will finish up with the eggplant stacks, and we'll show you how to caramelize the onions and bring it all together. And so this is a vegan vegetarian dish made from fresh eggplant, fresh bell peppers, yellow squash with olive oil infused with an avocado taste to it to bring another vegetable into it. And we have fresh garlic. And we have lots of love here with this group. And then we have our zucchini as well. So Lori did a great spiral job today, so thank you, Lori. So we'll cook it all up and we'll come back and we'll show you how it's done. Thank you. Welcome back. This is Annie's Gourmet and Italian Indulgence, and we're here cooking Napoleon eggplant from my great friend Marti Widney. And it's a vegan dish, and it's a lot of steps. So when we went to our break, we cooked up some roasted bell peppers, yellow squash, let me show you, and eggplant. So it's all sauteed in this beautiful garlic avocado oil from our sponsors at Spirit and Spice. And we also have their Tuscan blend for our spices and fresh garlic. And this is going to be stacked later, so it kind of goes in phases. So I'm just going to set it down. Lori showed us how to make the spirals with the zucchini, and Marti is sauteing them in the avocado oil as well, and we're going to put a little bit of this Tuscan spice in it. Give it a little bit of a kick. It's just got a little bit of bell pepper, so it's a little bit on the spicy side, but not too bad. So the only thing left to do, we stack the eggplant, we stack the zucchini and the bell pepper with it, and it goes over a bed of spinach. And then on top of it, we're going to put the spaghetti coming down the side. And then as a crown on the top of it, we're going to do caramelized onions. So it's just a little bit of a process. So the last thing to do is the caramelized onions. So I'm just going to get the onions ready, and then we'll go from there. So these are white onions I use. God, I hate onions. I'm sorry. I hate cutting onions. I love them, but I can't stand them. Why? Because they make me cry.
No crying.
No, oh my God. Oh my gosh. No crying. Oh my God. Hi. Hi. How are you guys?
Good, how are you? Hi, good to see you.
How are you? Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi. This is Jeff and Melody Liebow.
See you again.
And oh my gosh, you guys, right in the middle of the onions. So big girls don't cry, right? So these are our great friends. They've been friends of ours since they first came into the restaurant, Annie's Gourmet Italian, back in the, I'd say 2009, 2010. And we had a small location at the time with an open kitchen, and my mom and I would be in the kitchen and we would be cooking, opening up, and this gentleman in a pink hat with a Yankee hat kept coming in and ordering all this food right at 4 o'clock. And my mother wanted to know who he was and why he was there right at 4 o'clock ordering all this food. And it turned out to be Jeff. So I politely, I hope I was polite, Jeff.
Always.
I would say, so I just need to know, why are you ordering all this food? Do you have a large family? And he said, well, my family is, this is for my work family. And I said, well, what do you do? And then he said, I work at a show. So I said, oh, that's not, what show are you work for? Because we're in Las Vegas, or we were in Henderson, but Las Vegas is full of shows, right? So there's many, many great shows. And I said, what show do you work for? And he said, the Jersey Boys. And I went, oh, the Jersey Boys, that's amazing. So what do you do for the Jersey Boys? So he said, he said, oh, I'm Nick Massey. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh my God, Mom. And I told him, I said, we just bought tickets. It was going to be her 75th birthday. And he said, oh, that's great. And I said, so I hope, he says they love Italian food and all that. So I said, appropriately so, because they're all a bunch of, well, they play a bunch of Goombas. And, so he would keep doing that, and then he would bring in his beautiful wife, Melody, and his little girl, Emma. Emma was all of 2 or 3 at the time. And they would always come in for dinner and whatnot. And then when it was time for my mom's birthday, her 75th birthday, my sisters flew out to surprise her. And the big surprise was that we were going to see none other than the Jersey Boys. So when we got to the show, I told Jeff beforehand we were going to be at that particular show, and he says, well, after the show, make sure that you meet me at the stairwell with your family. So I said, oh, that's really nice. We don't want to bother you. He says, no bother. So we thought we were going to shake his hand and take a quick picture and be on our way. Well, that didn't happen. And he took us, we were back in wardrobe, we were in the dressing rooms, we were shaking all the hands and meeting all the staff and the cast. And then he took my mom up on the stage where he was singing the most grand songs. It was just phenomenal. And I have a picture of him with his arm around my mother right on that stage where the Jersey Boys sang, and that was her happy 75th. And she always talked about it. She loved Jeff and Melody and their family. Would always bring their family in. Melody's mother, Linda, is a wonderful lady. We know her well. And then Emma grew up, eating every birthday just about while we were in business. She was there for her birthdays, and we had a wonderful time with them. It was a great relationship, and so I'm happy that they're here. Now we've evolved into a few decades later, which is nice, right? So Emma's all of 15 now, and Jeff has moved on in the show. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. And then we're going to also talk about some personal things while I'm caramelizing these onions. So first I want to let you know that the Jersey Boys, the show did close. We were heartbroken. I think at the end we had seen it 13 times. Anybody who came to town, they had to go see the Jersey Boys. And it was just a great show and a real feel-good family type of a show, just like what we have here with our food. We're all about family, and they were all about family as well. So it was just a nice show to go to and bring everybody. But when they closed, we really didn't know where. Jeff went off and did the NF Foundation, and I'm going to have him tell you about that in a minute. And Melody is, look at how slim and beautiful she is. She's a very talented singer as well. I know that because I've heard her many times. But she also she's into fitness at Bar 3. And in fact, our hostess recognized her from that. And I should really go to Bar 3 and work out. I know I need to do that, but maybe when I have time, I would love to do that with you. So in the meantime, Jeff does a show, and it's called The Formers. And it's a takeoff of the Jersey Boys. There are 3 out of 4 of them are the original ones that we watch sing and dance on that fabulous stage so many times. And they still sing the great songs, and they still have the moves. They're a little bit grayer or a little bit bolder, maybe a little bit thicker. Not you, but some of them a little bit thicker. But all in all, it's great to see them. And so tell us where it's at and when it's on, and all that. And I'm going to caramelize my onions while you're doing
Go
that.
caramelize
So I don't set the building on fire. And I just want to make sure I'm not in your way.
That's all right. Are you kidding me? The food's more important than we are. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we love zoodles. That's a big thing in our house.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Formers are a group that we started just a few years ago. We a bunch of us from the show, or a few of us actually, decided wouldn't it be fun if we got back together and created a little thing to a show of ours, and it was actually, we were invited by a friend that was. That we all kind of knew, and he actually knew us from Jersey Boys just like you did.
Oh, very cool.
And invited and said, he made a phone call and said, hey, why don't you guys put together a group? And so our friend Devin called me, and he called our friend Doug Crawford, and one other guy who was actually in the show with us initially. And we put together this show with our friend Sal Cuco, who is our manager and one of the founders of the group. And now, we've found a home at South Point here in the city. One of our guys, Dominic Scaglione, had to be back in New Jersey, so we have a new guy who actually wasn't part of the group. Lou Gazzara, who's a big guy here in town and an American Idol finalist.
He's adorable. Whenever he sings, I cry.
I
cry because
He's
he
an
sings
amazing
in Italian.
voice.
Oh my
Amazing
God!
voice.
Oh, he's fabulous.
So here we have our next gig at the South Point on June 27th through the 29th. We're back again in November, in case you're watching this after June.
Terrific.
And
we're nationwide.
Absolutely. Well, the good news
nationwide?
about Nationwide is if you're in the Boca Raton area, we just did our first gig out there.
Fantastic.
And we're back out there in January of 2026.
Terrific.
And next summer as well.
Oh, terrific. We have friends in Florida there, so
we'll be in Lake Havasu again in Arizona, and
awesome.
hopefully there'll be a lot more opportunities. It's in its infancy, but it's a lot of fun to get back on stage.
It's a phenomenal show. You know me, I love it. And so Susie, I think I told you, my friend Susie, she named her dog after Frankie
She
Valli.
told me. She told me.
And Valli went to the Westminster, so
Yeah.
this is like a big deal. So a dog named after Frankie Valli went to the Westminster, and he did really well. And so we love our music. A lot of us have been to your show, but we love it. Please go see the Formers, and you'll just be so happy. It makes you happy. Aunt Diane, which is one of our aunts, we took her. She loves music, and she danced the whole night, even with her little oxygen tank on. So really, everybody just gets very happy. Now, I want to, if you don't mind, can we touch on Emma for a moment?
Sure.
So when we first met them, Emma was all of 2 or 3 years old, and she'd come in and she'd sit, and she was such a good eater, and she'd hug my mom, and it was just adorable.
Mama Kunji.
So Mama Kunji, exactly. So my mom loved her, and she's a bright, beautiful, adorable girl, and you wouldn't think there was anything wrong with her. And one night, Melody and Jeff told us that Emma had a terrible disease, a neurological disease. And we were shocked because to look at her, you don't think there's anything wrong with her. But she has a disease called neurofibromatosis. And Jeff and Melody have created this amazing foundation that has done extremely well. And I want to have them tell you about it, because this is all in honor of Emma and all the children that have this terrible disease. And now hopefully most of them are adults, if some of them are adults, I don't know, but,
Yeah,
but we
well,
want to make sure that there's awareness for it.
Of course,
Yeah.
no, I appreciate it. You want to tell them about it?
Well, I mean, I should say, Jeff had the idea that, when we first had the diagnosis for Emma getting NF, we didn't really know what to do. And so we called, we just happened to call the NF Network and spoke to somebody about it, and said, well, what can you do? What can you do to make a difference? How can you do something to help? And so he came up with the concert idea, and here we are 15 years later with our NF Hope concert, and we really
That's
have
amazing.
made a huge difference.
That's
We've raised over $2 million at this
That's
point.
fantastic. You guys, that's
Yeah.
huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
And this is also, the concert is not just local though. Don't you travel and do the concert in a few different cities?
We do. So we do. We started this here in Las Vegas. This is definitely our
home.
flagship event.
Right.
And then we also started in New York.
Okay.
Which is currently on hiatus, but
Okay.
we also started in Chicago,
Chicago.
which is the home of Neurofibromatosis Network, which is the organization
Oh, it
that it all
is,
goes
really?
to.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we actually have this year, we have our, we did a bunch of virtual things obviously during COVID, but this is our 15th concert here in Las Vegas and our 6th in Chicago.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
and yeah, we're just, it's exciting. We're back. We're at the Smith Center every year here in Las Vegas now.
Michael
Yeah.
does all the
We're at the Myron's on
Myron's
October
Cafe.
19th
very nice.
this year. And if you're anywhere in the Chicago area, we're in Oak Park on December 7th at an
Okay.
amazing little theater called Madison Street Theater. And
Oh, wow.
it's after all these years, I think the thing that most touches me, especially because we're performers, is that how many people raise their hand to say we want to help.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I know we when we had the restaurant every year, we would take the employee staff. My mom and I would take the group, and then unfortunately, I'm always, October's our busy month, so I don't get to do it anymore. But we're going to try this year. We'll get a group and go.
Okay.
And,
I would love it.
Michael
Yeah,
will be in
that'd be
charge because
great.
Michael's with
Yes.
the Smith Center. So we're gonna finish caramelizing these, and we're just going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to finish talking about NF and how Emma has progressed in her life. She's just amazing. She's 15 now. And then we'll have the onions caramelized, and while Jeff and Melody are talking, we'll stack up on Napoleon, and then life begins. Life is, what is my saying now? I forgot. Oh, we make memories around the dinner table. So, so then we'll manja. We'll be right back. Welcome back. While we were on break, we stacked up our Napoleon. So once again we sautéed in this delicious avocado garlic infused extra virgin olive oil. We sautéed our eggplant, fresh eggplant, a red bell pepper, and a yellow squash, and we put it in this delicious spice from Spirits and Spice. It's a Tuscan blend. Dress to Drink is also combined into it. And then we're sauteing our zucchini spaghetti that Lori spiralized for us. And I did the caramelized onions. So we have our 3 stacks here. Now the only thing left to do is to put the spaghetti on top and then the caramelized onion on top of that. So I'm gonna do that, and while I'm plating that, Jeff and Melody, would you like to finish talking about the NF and how far Emma has come?
Sure.
Okay, so what I'm gonna be
That's all right.
plating.
You do your cooking.
Okay, all right.
So Emma she was first diagnosed when she was about 9 months old. She's now 15, and she's been doing great. I mean, for people who don't know, NF is a neurological disorder that's characterized by tumors that can grow in any nerve in the body at any time. So it can wreak havoc on life. She's fortunate, even though she has a few brain tumors and a couple of other tumors, that she's been able to enjoy life fairly normally. She loves to dance. That's her biggest love in life, and so
because of her mama.
Yes,
Mama's
absolutely.
a wonderful dancer.
And so she just, that she does well in school. She's really doing well. I mean, we definitely have to watch her every year, and that's what all NF families have to do. And there's,
Sure.
It affects 1 in every 2,500 births, so there's
Oh my God.
tens of thousands of NF families in this country alone, and some of them don't have it the same way we do. So that's really kind of why we wanted to do this. We wanted to help Emma and
Of
make
course.
sure that we were doing something,
Right.
but we also want to make sure that we're helping those families like us.
Of course.
And so the NF Hope Concert is not only an entertaining afternoon, but it's also an educational afternoon, an opportunity for people to learn about NF and help make a
Absolutely.
difference. And we have our website, nfhope.org, and that's a great place to get information and tickets and even make contributions and things like that. So
It's
that
a
we can
great
keep doing
program.
this.
It is. We've gone several times, right, Lori? We've gone several times, and they have local entertainment. They have the Jersey boy, Devin May, I know, is on there. I remember him singing. He had just a lot of Clint Holmes. It's just a really good, feel-good concert. I have a picture of Clint Holmes spiraling Emma. And she was in her cute little dress. It's just precious. So it's a great concert. If you're here in the Las Vegas or Henderson area, then please make it an effort to go to the NF Hope concert. You won't be regretting it. You'll just love them, and you'll get to see these wonderful two. They're such a lovely couple. And thank you so much for coming out today. I really
Thank you for having
appreciate
us.
it.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
It looks so good.
This is our Eggplant Napoleon, and this is our final product. I don't know if you can see it over there. And so it's all vegan and vegetarian. Marti, I hope you enjoy it. This was specifically made for my friend Marti Widney. I love you. Thank you for joining us.
Yum.
And Mychael Powell and
you.
Lori Lauer and Mark Arden. He's in the background now, but thank you so much, all of you. Thank you especially to the Hallidays, Matt and Joann, for allowing us in their home, in their kitchen, opening it up to us. We're in the beautiful Legacy Golf Course out in Henderson, Nevada. It's where I conduct my business, Annie's Gourmet Catering. And we've been in business for over 20 years, and we really enjoy living out here in Henderson, Nevada. It's a great place. And we also want to thank our sponsors, Dress the Drink, Spirits and Spice, Great Blend Coffee, and Vegas Real Estate. So if you want to move out here, please contact my friends at Vegas Real Estate. There you go. We thank you so much for joining us, and in the end, it's all about the best memories are made around the dinner table. Now let's manja.
Manja.